What do we do when the water stops running? After air, water is our second most basic need for survival. What happens when the water stops running or when water sources are compromised? You don't think it can happen to you, to your neighborhood, town, or county? There are millions who would have you think otherwise. Texas, Mississippi, Flint are just a few that made headlines for this very reason. Watching state, county, and town officials scramble for safe drinking water was difficult to stomach. We never make good decisions when we are panicked. The cries went out. Why weren't we prepared? Honestly, with current resources, it is very difficult to prepare for such a crisis. Current solutions look like this. Tanks that are difficult to store, maneuver, require special platforms, and that must be cleaned and sterilized in between uses. These bulky solutions are not very efficient or cost-effective. There is always this solution, which often results in this, and leads to this, and ultimately this. Less than 20% of plastic bottles are ever recycled, and ladies and gentlemen, we create a plastic crisis, an environmental disaster, every time we use these to solve a crisis. Take a look at this disaster in the making. After Hurricane Maria struck Puerto Rico, thousands of pallets of water were shipped. Here are roughly 34.5 million unused, spoiled bottles of water. Only days after they arrived, complaints of the water being too hot, well, it's baking in the sun, and having a funny taste, it's baking in the sun. Plastic water bottles baking in the sun is never a good idea. Eventually, all of these bottles had to be destroyed and discarded. What's the solution? Caylym's in-the-box, environmentally friendly solution is the Fontana. The Fontana solves the problems of water storage, transportation, and distribution. How? The Fontana is a 4x4x4 super sturdy box with walls 8 layers thick and without seams to prevent ruptures. Remember those plastic bottles baking in the sun? These sturdy walls protect the life-saving water from the harmful UV rays, and the thick walls provide insulation that help regulate the water temperature. A Fontana holds 275 gallons of clean, potable water. That's 345 daily servings of life-preserving water. Why do we say that the Fontana is the green solution to a water crisis? Because a corrugated box is biodegradable. Cardboard is better than plastic. It's strong. It's really strong. But they don't ship like this in a bulky configuration, but like this. Here are 12 Fontana being stored in a 4x7 footprint. That's over 4,000 daily servings of potential storage. It is easy for a household, town, or city to store these in case of emergency. Getting a Fontana ready for use is easy. It takes 2 people about 5 minutes. These can be filled and maneuvered with a forklift, or the Fontana can be loaded empty onto a pickup truck and then filled. You need no special vehicles or trailers to transport a Fontana. The 4x4 pallet the Fontana sits on can be loaded on the bed of any standard-sized pickup truck. In a time of crisis, this becomes indispensable, as the local townspeople and pickup truck owners can be mobilized to help deliver the much-needed life-preserving water. When a Fontana is emptied, return to the filling site, remove the old bladder, and replace with a fresh one. Refill and return to serve those in need. When the crisis has passed, simply return the Fontana to its storage configuration, order another supply of bladders, and you are ready for the next crisis. The Fontana can be used over and over and over again, and will not only help save lives, but could save a city tens of thousands of dollars per crisis. One Fontana is less expensive than a single pallet of bottled water. So the next time you see this warning about this, or this, think this. Don't think this. Because it leads to this, then this. If you want this, then think this. If you do, then the people you love and serve will thank you, and so will our environment and future generations. To be prepared, visit caylym.com/Fontana. Ask your authorities to prepare now for the storm to come, but don't wait on them. Order your own at caylym.com/Fontana so that your family is protected. Be safe, be green, be prepared.